Hi. Well, life is just so interesting, isn't it? I just want to sit still for a couple of minutes. Do you ever think about how often or infrequently we do that as a society? Just sit and do nothing. And I'm not even talking about formal meditation. I just mean, you know, taking some time to just sit and be alive and not be trying to think about something or do something or get somewhere. Yeah, it's been really kind of hitting me lately. We're just, programmed to think about something at all times or be doing something, productive. And I'm not saying, sit around and get on your phone and scroll and do all this shit. I just mean like literally nothing else except just being quiet and present. It's hard for me to do that, I'm not gonna lie. And I've done hot yoga, Bikram yoga for about 13 years now, I think it is. I'll have to look back and yeah, I think it's about 13. Might even be 14, although I took a couple breaks from it, mainly because of my knee. But and in that class, if any of you have ever taken a hot yoga class, there's the position where you're just sitting in between postures and doing nothing, and that can be like one of the hardest postures for people. Is it Vipassana? You'd think after all of this time I would have the words down, but I don't. And I'm so glad that I never took the teacher training, because I really considered it. But I think that's left for other people. So yeah, I'm just really contemplative today. And I did find out that a friend, not somebody that I was in really close touch with frequently, but somebody from a few years ago that I had gotten to know at a spiritual retreat, which is where I met my husband, just passed away. And he was only, I think, 30-ish. So yeah, it kind of hit me. It's hitting me hard today. And just thinking about his family, and he was a very impactful person. So I'm sure a lot of people are feeling the loss. We've got to be able to acknowledge, when we're feeling something, and take some time to not rush around trying to escape it, but really just sit with it and let it be there. Because every emotion that every human being has ever had it's really an energy, right? We know that life is made of energy. I mean, that's easy to sense. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to move and do the things that we do, or have the sensations that we do. We can't see the energy, but we can feel it. And we can see it in nature. We can see it everywhere. And that's why, when you walk into a room, let's say, where people have just had a big blowout fight or something, and you can feel the thickness in the air. That's what I'm talking about. I don't mean it in a weird, wooey gooey kind of way. But I kind of see like emotion and, the feelings that we have as human beings more from an energetic perspective now, because it just makes a lot of sense to me that those are just energies moving through us. And then, of course, you know, we can have blocks, right, where it doesn't feel like the energy is moving very well. And sometimes sickness is caused from that lack of movement and openness in our systems, in our nervous systems. So like when I get home from work, you know, and a lot of times I've had a really intense day. I'm a hospice liaison, so I'm in and out of my accounts every single day, talking to people. You know, I'm doing a lot of education with the community, supporting people. There's a lot of energy expenditure and all of that. So what am I doing to support my system when I'm done with my work for the day, you know? So I'm trying to do more things like maybe some time outside in nature, or exercise, of course, is a really good thing. I do weights, you know, 2 or 3 times a week in our little gym that we have. And also but also just getting home and sitting and doing nothing. Like, I'm really starting to do that more, and just, it does take practice. Like, whether you like to admit it or not, it's freaking hard to do in our society. So yeah, we can play around with those things, you know, and just see. Maybe I can set an alarm and just sit for 10 minutes and just, one thing that can help is just feeling whatever you're feeling in the body, and like focusing on those feelings, but not from a mental perspective, but from actual sensations in the body. And then that kind of brings you right, like, back into, oh, I'm here, instead of just being constantly in your head. That's kind of really helped me a lot the last, I'd say, year or two, where I've been, you know, listening to a little bit of videos and things on like somatic work. And then I've done some craniosacral therapy in the last couple months. So that's pretty cool too. I think that talking about that movement of energy again, that can help kind of get things flowing a little bit again. You just have to kind of do what, you know, what sounds good to you and what you think will work, or maybe what you've tried before, and just be open to trying different things. I mean, we all need it, right? Let's just be honest. I don't think that anybody's finding it easy to live in this world right now. And it does really help us if we can kind of remember to go inward and see what's going on, you know, within our systems, so that we can work with that the best, and then we know what to do next. So that's my little share for the day. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. See you soon. Thanks.